Barry Canary. 3 is One Night Joe Tizard. He replaces Tom O'Brien, who's stepped down for the rest of the day. He's forfeited his later rides after that crunching fall. 4 is Juvenaire, Mick Fitzgerald. 5, Halcon, Genelardais is Wayne Hutchinson. 6, All in the Stars, Neil Mulholland. Number 7 is Run for Paddy, Noel Feely. 8, Kinburn, Tony Dobbin. 9, L'Aventure is Liam Hurd. 10 is Mon Mome is Liam Treadwell. 11, Heroes Collonge is the mount of Tom Messenger. Take out 12, Preacher Boy. Number 13 is Luda Moulin Mar, Ruby Welsh. 14, Naunton Brook, Mr. David England. 15, Lord of Our Own, Paul Maloney. 16 is Mount Corrigo, James White. 17 is Corello, Tom Scudamore, red distinguishing cap. 18, Simon, Andrew Thornton. He's putting up 2 over. And at 19 is Omni Cosmo Touch, Seamus Durack, and 20-12 paces is Timmy Murphy.
Here, but there's a big gamble going on around this Simon. It was a lot bigger this morning, and it's 13-2 and challenging for favouritism. A really proper gamble nationwide. The names appeal to so many of you at home, and you bagged it with hard cash. Kinburn has also been well supported. It had been in the build-up to the race, and it's been supported here on the track into 8-1. And Naunton Brook, that one's also been supported from 16s into 12s. They backed Mon Mome this morning, and they backed one of the outsiders, Omni Cosmo Touch, here on the track. I've seen 25 into 20-1, that one. It's still currently showing that price, but if you fancy it as an outsider, that's one that'll be shorter than the price you can see there. Corello has been nibbled at from 50s into 40s. Inox is one of the outsiders. It's got the ability, if it put it in that horse, and could.
Naunton Brook, who's up there in a very handy position. Out deeper on the track then is Kinburn as they round that, and Simon has got into a very handy posse up in second on the inside as they're about to pull uphill now towards the back. They're followed by Luda Moulin Mar and L'Aventure, followed then by Osmi Cosmo Touch and Mount Corrigo. A length and a half further back is Mon Mome as they settled, followed then by Halcon, Genelardais. Then on the inside of runners at this stage, as they head into the back now, is Lord of Our Own, followed on his outside by Juvenaire. Further back in the field is Inox, and they're followed by Heroes Collonge as they come to the first of 22. And Omni Cosmo Touch hit that hard, and so too did Inox. Lost a couple of places, preceded now by 12 paces as they come to the first of 4 open ditches, and all got over that safely. Inox is losing ground back in the field. It's passed by Corello, and on his outside 12 paces as the leaders come to the third. Well out the back is All in the Stars, and also Run for Paddy as they settle. And it's One Night who's the leader down the side towards the fourth by 2 lengths to Naunton Brook, who jumps it in second. Then in third is Kinburn, followed by Simon on the inside with that light blue cap with the spots, followed then by Luda Moulin Mar. A length away then as they come to the fifth is L'Aventure, then Juvenaire from Mount Corrigo. Then on the inside next is Mon Mome, and further back is Lord of Our Own, who's right in the middle of the pack now in the green jacket as the leaders head to the sixth, and One Night just got in a fraction tight. Well back in the field too at this stage as they settle is Halcon, Genelardais, who's in about 10th position. Behind him at this stage is 12 paces. Inox is still well back in the field as they stride down the back on the first occasion. The leader here is Naunton Brook by a length and a half. To in second, One Night. A length away then is Kinburn, who settles in third. A couple further back then is Simon, who's in a beautiful position. Followed next by Luda Moulin Mar from Juvenaire and L'Aventure, last year's winner on the inside. Mon Mome is next. Then Mount Corrigo, who's out deeper on the track from Halcon, Genelardais. Back in the field at this stage is giving them a fair start, Run for Paddy, as the leader heads to the seventh. Naunton Brook heads over that well. Back in the field, L'Aventure got in too close, and All in the Stars is absolute last. The leader here as they come to the second open ditch, Naunton Brook by 3 lengths. To in second, One Night. Jumping it in third and jumping it well was Simon, followed by Kinburn, who's on the outside. Halcon, Genelardais is edging closer now from Juvenaire and Mon Mome, and then Mount Corrigo as they come to the ninth. followed then by L'Aventure on the inside of runners. Further back in the field at this stage is Inox and also Lord of Our Own as they continue their journey to the 10th. And Norton Brook stood off at that one, just made a slight mess of it though. Run for Paddy is still out the back in company with All in the Stars. But the leaders are Norton Brook and One Night as they go over the 11th. From Simon and Halcon, Genelardais, Luda Moulin Mar the inside, followed by Kinburn and Monmouth, then Juveneur, and then on the inside L'Aventure. Inox is next from Heroes Collons, then Mount Clarigo. Further back is Lord of Our Own from All in the Stars, Omni Cosmo Touch. Out the back 12 paces, Run for Paddy and Corello. Running downhill, Norman, at this stage Simon. How do you think he's travelling?
Jim, they've gone a hell of a gallop up front. I'm sure there won't be a lot of finishes here. Norton Brook has gone a real good pace. Just take it off One Night with the blinkers. Pretty most of these are jumping well. That's Simon now. He's Simon just on the outside. He's ran. And Luda Moulin Man, he's inside Ruby Walsh. But Simon has just ran a bit keen for the first mile. Interesting to see whether he finishes well. Juveneur Mick Fitzgerald back along the rail in the yellow and green. He's travelling and popping away quite nicely. I wouldn't forget about him yet. And Halcon Genelardais is just alongside him with the red cap. He's jumping super. So both of them still in with every chance. But I just worry about the favourite Simon as to whether he's done a little bit too much too soon.
Well, heading into the back now, and they're all still standing. All 18 of them as they head down to the 12th fence, and Simon is lying in about 4th or 5th position. But Norton Brook stood off of that one. Comes to the 3rd open ditch now, 2 lengths in front of One Night on the outside. Though Simon hit that one hard. Luda Moulin Mar is on his inside as they continue their journey down the back. And it's Norton Brook from One Night, then Kinburn up in 3rd. As they are still heading down the back now. Simon in 4th position, followed further back by Halcon Genelardais, and then out deeper is Mount Clarigo. Monmouth is next, followed by Juveneur. A gap in the field then to Run for Paddy. Then Lord of Our Own is behind them, and 12 paces is a mile back. But it's Norton Brook who's going well out in front as they head to the last one down the back from One Night. Then on the inside then is Luda Moulin Mar. As Norton Brook out in front, a good stayer as they head down towards 6 out. Lands over that 2 or 3 lengths clear. On the outside, One Night. Then in 3rd is Luda Moulin Mar. They're stretched right out now. Juveneur is coming into it very stylishly, and so too is Halcon Genelardais from Monmouth, and they're about 4 lengths to Simon. Further back is Run for Paddy, who's steadily making ground as well from Mount Clarigo. But it's still Norton Brook by 2 or 3 lengths as they leave the back. From Luda Moulin Mar in the green jacket, Halcon Genelardais is up in 3rd place now. Followed then by Juveneur on the inside, and One Night who's out on his outside, purple cap, followed by Monmouth, and then a gap in the field to Run for Paddy, and Simon has dropped away into the home straight now. They've got 5 left to jump in the Coral Welsh National. Norton Brook just hit that hard, made a slight mess of it, and Luda Moulin Mar on the inside is through in a flash, goes up to join him. Here come the challengers though, Halcon Genelardais and also Juveneur as they go over the last ditch, 4 out. They're clear of Monmouth, who's battling on, and a long gap then to Run for Paddy as they head up now towards the 3rd last. Halcon Genelardais takes it up clearly now. Went through the top of it, but still landed running. About 3 lengths clear now as they race up to the 2nd last. It's Halcon Genelardais, who's just the leader here from Monmouth, who sets out after him. Norton Brook has run his race, followed by Juveneur, and they're a long way clear of the others. 1 left to jump in the Coral Welsh National. Genelardais, Halcon Genelardais landed in front by 3 or 4 lengths now to Monmouth. Further back then is Juveneur, a long gap Norton Brook, but Halcon Genelardais, who's been well backed for a long, long time, anti-post, is going to land the money. Goes on to win it for Alan King's stable. In 2nd is Monmouth, 3rd is Juveneur. Lord of Our Own came home with a wet sail for 4th. Then Norton Brook in 5th from Simon L'Aventure. Behind them Run for Paddy, then Omni Cosmo Touch. They're followed by Luda Moulin Mar, then Mount Clarigo, and One Night has been pulled up, Kinburn behind them.
Thanks, Jim. And this Coral Welsh Nationals, one that you could look back on and saying what a great price on the winner. Certainly if you backed it in any stage today, this is the biggest price it's been, and a great return for you. Halcyon Genelardais at 7-1. Monmouth well backed at 14-1, got you the each way money, finished second. Juvenile 11-1, finished third, and Lord of Our Own at 11-1, finished